crazy? Like, we're opening a store during the pandemic. Like, is this not a good idea? And everything inside of me, my intuition, everything was like, no, this is a great idea. So I just listened to that inner voice. I saw everything like just handed to us in this really beautiful way. And there wasn't a doubt in my mind that we wouldn't succeed, which we are absolutely succeeding during a pandemic right now. Obviously, there are a lot of things during this time that we absolutely cannot control. And there are moments of frustration, anger, sadness, heartbreak, and we can't do anything about it. So we have to learn how to accept. I lost a family member to the pandemic last July, a very close family member. And that experience taught me so much about being with what is happening, whether it is sadness or joy or frustration or like your anger. There's been a lot of like anger, depression, a lot of really hard emotions that are happening for all of us during this time. And we have to be able to sit with them and accept them and feel them, right? So that's been a huge lesson for me as well. Before the pandemic, I was teaching these workshops called Self Discovery Through Candle Making. And I was teaching one in January at the Jasmine Pearl Tea location, which is where we actually currently are. And one of my friends, her name is Andrea Wood. She was the manager at Jasmine Pearl. And so I walk in the tasting room. It's my first time there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this space is so beautiful. And I just start dreaming. I'm like, man, if I was in a space like this, like, wow, so many things could be just perfect and amazing, and everything from like the windows and the location and the space. And there was a little tiny kitchen where it could be my studio, and this beautiful black concrete bar that could be what is now the Candle Creation Bar. And so I compliment the space. I'm just gushing over it to my friend Andrea. So fast forward, pandemic happens. August rolls around last year, and I'm going to this outdoor brunch with like five lady friends, and Andrea happens to be invited to the brunch as well. And I haven't seen her the whole entire pandemic. You know, we're all kind of shutting down, haven't talked to our friends, all of that. And we end up catching up. He's like, yeah, Jasmine Pearl had to lay off a lot of people. I was one of the fortunate ones to get to keep my job. And we downsized to just an online business. So we don't have the tasting room anymore. And she's just going on. And I'm just listening to her. And I'm like, wait, did you just say that you don't have the tasting room anymore? And she was like, yeah, it's open. And she was like, oh my gosh, you were looking for a space and you loved that space. And I was like, yes, can you please put me in touch with your boss? And I would love to just have a conversation with her to see what she wants to do with it. Everything just kind of fell into place. I feel like the seed was planted in January when I taught that workshop. And it was one of those scenarios where it's like, you you can't say no to this, right? You have to say yes. It's everything was just there for me, there for us, me and my workmates. And it was it was a hell yes all the way. It was like you no was not an option. And there were these moments. So opening in September would have been different from opening like in May or June, even. The pandemic felt a little bit different in September. And it was actually the perfect timing because the holidays were starting to ramp up, and that is the busiest time for me. So it felt like a really good opportunity. Even if it was a total fail, we were doing month to month. So it felt really low risk. So I was just all in from the beginning. We ended up finding our dream spot because of the pandemic. So it's like one of those silver linings